Donald Trump was just shot at. What are your thoughts?
Are you Turning Point USA?
I'm asking a question.
I'm asking a question as well. Are you Turning Point USA?
Can we focus on the question at hand? I cannot confirm nor deny.
You cannot confirm nor deny?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, you should take a message back to Sean Foyt because we have a history, and I hope you liked our little event last time. That's my message.
Hey, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump getting shot at? Do you condemn it? You got to condemn a shooting, right? No? Can I ask another question? Is there like can we break the ice? Because I don't think that you like me much. Like, here, let's start. I'm Bo. Come on, let's break the ice. I want to make friends with everyone, okay?
No, I've already broke the ice with Turning Point USA.
But I am me.
No, you're Turning Point USA.
I am me. I am
Just the fact that you wouldn't even answer the question proves my point that you are Turning Point USA.
I am a me.
I am the guy that followed Sean Foyt around for 3 different stops last year, stapling Bible pages to people's asses because Sean Foyt is a You can take your podcast, your YouTube channel, whatever it is.
It's a YouTube channel.
Your YouTube channel, and you can shove it right up your ass and take it back to Sean Foyt, and he can eat it out for you. How about that?
I don't think we're going to break the ice.
We're not going to break the ice. I don't break bread with Nazis or religious fanatics. Off.
I just want you to know I love you.
Your shirt looks like a picnic table. Get the out of my face.
I'll give you that.
A wokey refuses to condemn a Trump assassination attempt and instead tries to insult the reporter. Talk about dodging the...
Allowed to talk about these problems because some psychopaths are threatening violence. We can condemn the violence on the one hand, but also talk about the terrible consequences of Kamala Harris's open border on the other hand. Now, let me just fact check a couple of other things that you said, Dana, because it's important. You said that all of these migrants are in the country legally. They are in the country through what's called temporary protective status.
Right.
That is when Kamala Harris waved a magic amnesty wand, taking people and giving them legal status. That is not to say that they're here legally. That is a terrible indictment of her. And
J.D. Vance lays down the law with a wokey anchor spreading misinformation about illegal immigrants.
In the case of immigration, if you hard restrict it and make it harder to get in, the only people who are going to make the attempts to get in, or generally going to make the attempts to get in, are more likely to commit crimes.
Well, that's just not, there's no data or evidence to suggest that at all. When we've had the strictest immigration policies, crime was at its lowest in this country.
Well,
so in the 1950s,
that's correlation.
Well, no, it's actually direct causation. Right now, we have wide open borders, correct? DNA background testing from over 120 different countries.
Sure, but I don't think that has to do with the process of getting into the country. Well, it has to do with the process of getting in the country, because if it's extremely difficult to get in through legally, people are going to resort to coming through illegally.
Well,
is that not true?
Well, but we should just prevent both. That's the point.
You should prevent people getting in any way.
Yeah, well, we should have a total immigration moratorium in this country.
We have like the lowest unemployment we've had in a long time. Wouldn't we want more workers?
No, we want wages to go up for American workers.
Yeah,
it's the opposite.
Well.
So you want to restrict the labor pool so that you guys get the jobs first, not some competitor from Korea or Japan that comes in and steals your tech job. Shouldn't we invest in American workers first before foreigners?
We should.
But why do you think wages are not keeping up with inflation? Because we're bringing in millions of people into this country every single year that you guys have to compete against, and they don't have student loan debt. So they're able to undercut wages every single year. Yeah, continue.
If we're bringing in so many people, I don't think we would have as low unemployment as we would right now. Would we?
There's 2 types of unemployment. There's structural unemployment, and then there's specialized unemployment. Specialized unemployment is very, very high, which is about 8 to 9%, which is more computer science, data engineering. But we have millions of people that have entered the disabled roles too. So, but to your point, we do have millions of people coming into the. I mean, it's not even a question.
But how many of those people you think that are coming in or would come in if we made it faster and more easy are going to be taking these high specialized tech jobs?
Well, very few, but the point is that they undercut the muscular class, which is the very people that pay the biggest burden for all these policies.
You said that the high unemployment is in specialized, not in general unemployment.
Correct.
So if general unemployment is so low, then why does it Like, why are we worried about people coming in taking the jobs of like the labor?
That's not the only reason why we're worried. We're worried because many of them are coming in illegally, and they're criminals, every single one of them. So they break our laws.
I think you're proving my point here, though.
But no, you're just making one sliver of economics, though. Numbers aside, how many of you guys have seen things get so expensive in the last year and a half? Okay, so that's just.
I agree, but I think
that's just.
A
Wokie claims crimes by black individuals are justified by poverty. But Charlie Kirk steps in with a reality check on crime and accountability.
Just wasn't giving any real points or, ideas.
He had put a whole sentence together.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on performance, no, he definitely didn't win based on performance. Okay.
Yeah.
What about based on policy positions?
He didn't have any policy positions. No.
Okay. What was your favorite policy position from Kamala?
Our group is walking away. Sorry, they know where we're going. I would have had this whole conversation, but I gotta follow them.
Yeah. Okay.
Another Wokie insists Kamala Harris won a debate, but scrambles when asked to detail her.
The candidate that's not a felon?
Let's go for Donald Trump.
The candidate that is not a felon.
So who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Donald Trump.
Okay, good.
Why?
Well, because he's the better president, he's a better candidate.
Why is he the better candidate?
He has more authority over the country. You know it's true. I mean,
he's a rapist.
you don't gotta be a
So
sure.
he's
Yeah, sure he's a rapist. Yeah.
He was convicted.
Oh, sure he was.
34 cases.
Were you there? Did you see it happen?
The court of law convicted him.
No, you're just voting for a girl because you want to be a social justice warrior. I mean, you want to be a social warrior in front of other women.
Listen, he's a convicted felon, 34 counts.
He's not a felon, though. Came out yesterday that wasn't true, though. I went to Boston University, political science degree. I know my.
Do you know your
Where'd you go?
I went to American University.
Oh, American University. Wow, that's a great school.
It's a much better
It's
school
not
than
even
Boston
a real school. American University.
I know that you Trump folks don't really care about facts, so that's fine. You can believe whatever you like
Were you
to
the valedictorian
believe.
of your high school like me?
Yes, I was
No, you
actually.
weren't. No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. What high school? Oh, you went to high school in
Yeah,
San
I went to
Diego?
high school, PCI.
No wonder you're the fucking valedictorian. California's a bunch of dumb.
How are we
What?
dumb fucks?
Yeah, you are.
You guys are voting Kamala. I mean, you guys are clearly the dumb F words.
We're not voting we're not voting for felons.
So you're voting for Kamala.
Triggered by a lack of arguments, a Kamala supporter's frustration boils over during a discussion.
I never know if I'm supposed to identify as a liberal conservative or a conservative liberal, but whatever label anybody wants to slap on me, I think the thing I can't argue with is that I've always voted with my Christian heart. Because in addition to this year, me voting with my Christian heart, I'm voting because for over 30 years I was a teacher. And I could never vote for someone who wants to criminalize teachers for doing their job. I could never vote for someone who wants to ban books that teach and show diverse voices that might make some people uncomfortable. And I could never vote for somebody who wants to whitewash history so we don't teach kids all of the not so attractive parts of our heritage. But mostly, my urgency to vote this time centers around the fact that I insist that my daughters and granddaughters be granted the same constitutional rights to make medical decisions for their bodies that my sons and grandsons are granted through their constitution. And for that reason, I'm going to be walking around my very red county wearing this because I am woman.
A Wokie teacher opposes Trump, fearing bans on teachers like her and books promoting trans narratives.
Can black people be against white people?
It doesn't hold the same weight, so no, I wouldn't say. Not to the same degree at all by any means.
And why is that? Like if you're looking at, let's say, if there's a wealthy black family, a poor white family, can the wealthy black family be against that poor white family or no?
Well, that's different. Yeah, they can be classist.
Yeah. Well, no. What if the problem is not with their financial situation, but with their skin color?
Then that's prejudice, not.
If somebody attacked my camerawoman because she was white, is that prejudice or is that?
It's still prejudice because
it could be racially motivated, but I wouldn't say. At the end of the day, it's still probably prejudice. Yeah.
Racism doesn't exist without race. Yeah. If a black person were to beat up a white person in a predominantly black neighborhood and say, "You cracker" or whatever,
do they hold the power in that neighborhood?
Well, it doesn't matter because they don't hold.
They don't in that neighborhood right now.
But they don't hold the power overall.
According to one Wokie, only white people can. Any reversed roles are just prejudice, a view challenged on all fronts.
I think this is absolutely disgusting. I don't think that this is productive in the conversation, and I don't think that reducing the conversation to does Israel have a right to exist?
Well, that's Zionism.
Not really. That's not really what Zionism is.
Zionism isn't about whether Israel has a right to exist?
Zionism is about a culture of settler colonialism that doesn't necessarily equate to Jewish safety. It actually makes Jewish people less safe.
Yeah, we were doing really well in Europe.
Okay.
You have to educate yourself. Seriously.
Okay.
I fought in Gaza in 2014, 2023, 2024. I do believe that you have good intention. I don't think you have the right information, therefore it's being dangerous. You know, my English is not perfect, but I truly believe that the word will be naive. You know what that means?
Yes,
right?
I know what naive means.
Yeah, naive. They're supporting terror.
Man. Why don't you like our billboard?
I think this is illegal. I think
what law's being broken?
Defaming these people and inciting violence against them. It was the fault of a security failure on the part of the Netanyahu government.
The security failure?
No, and also because Netanyahu had been sending troops into the West Bank. No, they pulled all the settlers in the. They pulled all the settlers and soldiers out of the Gaza Strip. That's not the
same
same
thing.
thing.
What do they occupy it with? If they don't
a blockade and a siege.
You seemed only upset about Israel's action.
No, I'm upset about Egypt doing it too.
You lied with that one, so I thought it was that.
Dude, I gotta get home. I'm hungry.
So what do you think? Oh.
I can tell you many things I did when I was 24.
Is it relevant to the janitor who feared for his life and was held hostage?
You know what?
186,000. You know what that number is?
The cost of tuition in one semester?
No, close. It's the amount of people who are dead in Palestine.
In Palestine? Where is Palestine?
This is we can't.
Bro.
I take it.
Where is Palestine? I'm curious.
Bro, good luck.
Pro-Palestine advocates find themselves outmatched by a reporter and an Israeli soldier, quickly retreating when pressed with tough questions.
I don't know her name, but the black lady.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Who was our vice president in 2020?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know their name?
No, I don't. I just know that I'm not supposed to vote for Trump, so.
Oh, okay. Who was president in 2021?
It was either Barack Obama or Trump.
Anyone but Trump, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is 9 plus 9 plus 9?
9 plus 9 is 18. Then 9 plus, why are you asking we have calculators? It's probably up there with the 20s, 30s, you know.
Kamala. I just do not want Trump in office.
Mhm.
He's not a fit president. I don't think so.
How do you feel about Kamala trying to make the NBA only black person sport? How would that affect the air pollution?
I don't see a problem. I feel like the NBA is already a majority
Black person dominant,
black.
okay.
Yeah.
But how would that affect like the air pollution? You think that would be good or positive for like global warming?
Definitely positive, you know.
Positive, okay.
Yeah, we need
All
that
right.
black energy.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I
You're
appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, absolute airhead. This gotta be the GTA lobby, bro. Did you hear Trump actually was trying to ban Sunday to make it like Saturday to Monday because he thinks our generation doesn't work as hard?
Yeah, because Trump is just, he is dumb to me. He doesn't answer the question. All he does is try to rebuttal. All he wants to do is argue like he's somebody's
He just wants to
little
make
friend.
anything up to
Cause simple yet baffling, a reporter's questions stump Kamala Harris supporters.
All white men. Oh my God.
Really?
Oh.
I look white to you?
Okay.
That's very racist.
Here's the white
see this?
man. Okay, let's kind of make it.
Racial aggression right here.
Let's see. There's another white. Oh, very good.
From
Ecuador. Brave man. It's all You said that to the wrong person. You said that to the person. No. Well, you guys are wrong.
So it's not about being white men, is it?
Then why'd you say it? Men.
Why did you say it?
Because I
You have a
didn't
problem
notice
with
you
men.
all white men
You have a
telling
problem?
me.
He's not white. Problem with men.
Why aren't you worried about feeding children?
We are.
Finding them
We do.
homes?
No, you're not.
Yes.
That's not what you're talking about. You're talking
We're
about
part of the
sex.
Catholic Church. That's what
Oh,
we do.
oh my God, Catholic Church.
And a
Thank
Roman
God I
Catholic.
got out of it.
We'll pray for your conversion. We pray
The
schools,
Catholic
in
Church
libraries.
abuses children.
Which ones?
They have for years.
The homeless priests?
Yes.
Yes, we're against that. They're the G of the LGBT. 80% of homeless priests.
I see that 1,000% with.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. of free speech?
Are you against the First Amendment?
Why are you blocking our free speech?
Not gay, but hey, people have rights.
Yes, they have the right. They have the right to keep away from kids.
You can shut up. Let people do whatever they want.
Story time is child abuse.
People aren't grooming how?
You said let people do whatever they want. So
Tell me, how are they grooming?
Bryce Williams, look him up. Bryce Williams.
Are you going to talk?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so drag queens twerking in front of children at drag queen story hours. That is happening.
I've never heard about that.
Well, it's all over the internet. All you have to do is look it up. Pornographic LGBT books.
Pro-trans wokies clash with a Christian group opposed to children's exposure to LGBTQ grooming.
Exactly. Love you guys.
I don't love you.
Go away.
Very obnoxious.
I think you're helping Democrats.
I mean, listen, now we gotta talk because, now we gotta talk.
Get the f out of my face now!
Ooh, that was very rude of you.
Get the f out of my face!
Do you want to go to jail? Sir, ma'am, I don't really know what to call you.
You're fucking done, man.
I'm done.
Get the fuck, please, you just insulted me.
Well, listen here, pal. You are gonna go to jail.
And I could tell the police to get you.
I'm vegan, so don't say that. Listen.
You told me, man, you really get the f out of my way right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You do not have a release. I will sue you.
You're gonna sue him? Don't sue him, man, because we're trying to just...
You do not have a release. If you post this, I will destroy you. I will destroy you.
Just keep going on. We love it. Content, we need it.
Who he smack, yo?
He said he was gonna smack me, but I'm just trying to get here and get content, you know what I'm saying, guys?
If I had to put them hands on you.
Yeah, he better chill, right? I know. I got my crew with me now. I got my crew, yeah, what's up?
A wokie trans threatens to sue a reporter during a heated exchange. Legal threats instead of dialogue.
To say for you guys look really nice, so I wanted to talk to you guys.
Hi.
How was Pride?
Good. I loved it. Yeah.
Okay, anything cool happen? Any?
I saw none of those things.
None of those things?
No, surprisingly. A lot of
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there was these tubs of yeah. What was that by? Where were we by?
The Wizard of Oz thing.
The enclave.
You know what's crazy? Is it children are welcomed here?
Yeah, I don't like that.
And you know what's crazy?
You don't like it?
Actually, no.
Good. That's good.
What's even crazy is she's my best friend, but I brought my son here last year.
You brought your son here? And
Is he like a little kid?
My son? Yeah.
why? Genuine question. Why would you do that?
Why would I not?
Well, you're exposing him to,
because
like...
you're exposing him to and
Well, not
you're exposing to degeneracy.
I exposed him. I don't have in front of him, but I exposed him to who I'm with.
Do you know how many people here have their and ass out?
That's anywhere in Nashville. You
That's
know.
absolutely not true.
Yes, it absolutely
At CMA
is.
Fest, I didn't see any and ass. There was a country
Well,
music festival with a bunch of conservatives.
I do not
There's
like
people
some
with
of-
stars.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I do not like I won't take him to where they dance. Like, there are some restrictions I wish they had on outfits, I will say. I agree with, like, that kind of stuff. I've seen more this year. Last year was my only other year going. I will say the outfit thing is a little bit.
As a parent, and I'm not trying to be judgmental here, I just don't understand why you would expose ass, what are. I mean, there's everywhere.
I didn't personally see those.
I've been in plenty.
Where were they here?
In here? I haven't been in it today.
Oh, I didn't see. We went to almost all the booths. That would have been weird. I don't think I saw them.
You said there was tubs of condoms, though,
Yeah,
so...
well, he's small. He can't see over them. They're like these big blue.
So he's like that small, and you're
like
taking him to an
this
event with a bunch of, like, people who have...
A wokie mom defends bringing her son to pride parades with puzzling logic.
Given your sexual orientation, how well would you do in Gaza? Or would you stay in the closet in Gaza?
Sorry. Right.
Now, the fact that you are at this counter demonstration, does that mean you agree with sexual? No, you're getting my way, sir. Do you agree with radical education for children?
You have a good day, sir. Thanks.
No, I don't think so.
Have a good day.
Stop bumping into me, actually.
I'm walking perfectly.
Okay, then.
Thanks very much.
Mr. Han, can you answer any of these questions? Mr. Han?
Whoa, that was very aggressive.
Mr. Han, why do you think it's proper for you with a public sector?
Why do you take money from Russia?
Sir, I can't hear you with your face diaper on. By the way, Mr. Hahn, why are so many of your allies wearing face diapers? I thought COVID was over.
Sir, sir, you're bumping right into
Okay,
me. Get out of my way.
I think you're supposed to be at a pro-Hamas demonstration.
Thanks very much.
Hey. So.
Transphobia has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, you're Transphobia has got to go.
So, Mr. Hahn, you never answered my question. Are you worried about using your pager today?
Got to go. Yeah.
Protect trans. Yeah. Mr. Hahn, why are you taking a vow of silence? You're very vocal with your anti-Semitism online. Why are you afraid to answer my question, sir?
Caught without answers, a pro-trans Palestine supporter and his backers heckle the reporter rather than engaging.
It's back to school season.
You know what that means.
Anti-Semitism. We're starting a new fraternity, Hamas.
Fuck. Are you guys anti-Israel?
Yeah.
Putting together
a Hamas fraternity. Eta, Alpha, Mu, Alpha, Sigma.
Does Hamas represent come together?
We just started at NYU.
Oh, no, wait. Are you guys freshmen? Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I thought you were like a 40-year-old man. Dude, Columbia is like one of the biggest like Jew-hating schools out there. You down?
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Hell yeah, man. Just quick sig. Just throw me your sig right here.
Don't you need like our emails or something?
Yeah. Emails and signature. Join our Greek life, dude. Are you half Greek?
What? It's just perfect for you.
You like Spinacopia? Bro, Spinacopia is my shit, man. So basically, terms and conditions, to take a road trip to Jewish-owned businesses to protest. We're literally gonna be like chanting outside of synagogues, like harassing Jews.
Could feel like fashion show.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's America.
We're doing this anti-Zionist keg stand, obviously, chant to obliterate Israel, boycotting Jewish businesses, protesting synagogues.
All the good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Death to America. What do you think, dude? Kick out all those Jews, burning Israeli and American flags. You down for that? Oh, awesome. Some of the schools are starting to crack down on the encampments. We want a safe space for Jew haters. We're bringing back the encampments, like basically burning American flags. You guys down? This point. Yeah.
Fire, absolute fire.
And all the proceeds go to like funding. Brother. Thank you so much.
Love the fit, bro.
Oh, dude, we're doing a Hamas themed formal. Everybody wears green and keffiyehs and yeah. You're my guy, dude.
Thank you so much, brother.
Two guys highlight anti-Semitism on a college campus with a provocative experiment involving a fake Hamas fraternity.
I'm Admiral Rachel Levine. This Black History Month, I'm pleased to partner with OMH in advancing better health through better understanding.
Where is he going with this?
For Black communities. Climate change is having a disproportionate effect on the physical and mental health of Black communities.
Did you really just say that?
Black Americans are more likely than white Americans to live in areas and housing that increase their susceptibility to climate-related health issues.
This is a joke, right?
And 65% of Black Americans report feeling anxious about climate change's impact. Through our Office of Climate Change and Health Equity and the Office of Environmental Justice,
The Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
We're working with providers and community leaders to identify innovative approaches that empower communities to address the health consequences linked to climate change.
It sounds to me like you have an agenda.
A lady admiral claims climate change disproportionately affects the Black community, adding a unique angle to environmental discussions.
My daughter's 4 years old. I am an anti-race educator, quote unquote. She's still watching Disney movies and she is choosing a white princess over princesses of color.
Have you talked to her about that?
All the time.
My 3-year-old daughter is her favorite princess is Moana.
Love it.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
But then I also thought, there's a little bit of cultural appropriation here. She wants to be Moana for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we navigate that? Do I go and buy the Pacific Islander native attire for my white 3-year-old?
I wouldn't.
But I guess what we might call the Moana problem here is what, on one hand, there's cultural appropriation. On the other hand, there's gravitating towards white characters.
Right.
So it's almost like no matter which way you go, you end up back in.
We think every space belongs to us because we live in a white supremacist society.
Is America an inherently racist country?
I think the word inherent is challenging there. If we say...
Fundamentally,
yes. America is racist to its bones. All of the...
So inherently.
Matt Walsh dishes out sarcasm while grilling a lady on racism, pushing for clear, consistent definitions.
Oh, you'll move it.
Where are you from?
Egypt.
Did you move here how long ago?
18 years.
You know what also happened 18 years ago?
Of course. Every few years, it's genocide, but October 7th, till now, it is the biggest. But it's always Israel did this with Gaza.
Can you actually name one time since 2005 when Israel left Gaza where Israel attacked first and not Gaza? From 2005? Actually attacked every single time. If you can name one time where Israel attacked first, I'm with you.
Cares? You are against.
I am against.
I am with.
You know they girls on October 7th.
Okay, no.
Of course,
It's
many
all of
testimonies.
lies. No.
Why when all American girls say they were people believe them, but when a Jewish girl says that, everybody says it's a lie?
No, you can see all of the people believe this.
I asked many. They said no happened, but the UN believes it.
What about the 40,000 people?
How many of those people would not have died if would not have invaded Israel on October 7th? Honestly, I'm genuinely asking you.
No, they are against.
I'm against, not against Arabs.
No, it's okay, but we are with Hannah. If you are in your house, some strange people force you to stay in one room in your house, no go anywhere.
Why did they not attack Egypt then? Because Egypt also closed the borders.
No.
Well, what do you mean
no?
Let's just sweep it under our Egyptian rug.
Egypt in the side. We are against.
Egypt are sharing a border with Gaza, right?
I don't want to talk about Egypt.
A reporter corners a wokey pro-Palestine with questions that reveal the gaps in their stance.
Want to catch wokey moments in 4K? Watch till the end, subscribe, like the video, and comment wokies for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 or a cash prize. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for more chances to win.
As for slavery, well, if you want to go there, my friend, let's go there. The reason there is no slavery in the world today, I mean, there's a lot of slavery in the world today, but in the parts of the world where there's no slavery, is because the British Empire ended it. That's why there is no slavery. I thought you were all about free speech. How about you let me finish my point? Look, the fact that you are uneducated about history doesn't mean it's funny. So let me educate you now. The anti-Western narrative on slavery is there was no slavery, and then the British or the Americans came along and they started slavery. Slaves were the first good that were ever traded between human beings. Ever. They were the first good ever traded. Native Americans had slaves, Ottomans had slaves, Africans had slaves. Everybody had slaves. The reason there is no slavery in the West is the British Empire, having practiced slavery for a long time, like everybody else, ended it.
Insights on slavery are brought to light in a panel discussion, educating participants and viewers alike.
Should companies be forced to publish the wages earned by their male and female staff? David Cameron believes it will help abolish unequal pay in the workforce, but some argue there's no problem to solve. Let's get more on this with writer and broadcaster Milo Yiannopoulos and journalist and author Nikki Hodgson. Ladies first. Nikki, what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. It's brilliant that David Cameron hasn't embraced this initiative, which I actually think came from Labour originally. You know, it doesn't need to be a finger-pointing exercise. I think that's the main point to make. This is just a really good chance to look at how boosting women's earning power can boost the economy.
You disagree, Milo?
Well, actually, I think it's a great idea, but not for the same reasons. The problem is that what most people don't realise, the gender pay gap is a sort of myth. No economist takes it seriously. The ONS figures come from broad church sort of averages across the workforce, and when you take into account the different choices women make, whether or not you include children in that, actually the pay gap narrows to zero. So I'm in favour of this only because it's going to really embarrass these campaigners who constantly tell women that they're victims and that they're suffering under this sort of patriarchal society. Actually, women and men get paid pretty much the same, to the point of a couple of percent. So I am in favour of it, but only because it's going to explode one of the most persistent feminist myths of our time, the gender pay gap.
Milo destroys the usual narratives with facts on the gender pay gap and sexism in science during heated panel debates.
The issue here is that his comments are irresponsible in an environment where there is such a strong gender imbalance still in the sciences. I work as a teacher and tutor, and I am really passionate about encouraging young women, girls at school, to study science, to go into sciences, and there's still an environment where a lot of young girls still feel that science isn't for them. There's a historical reason for that. Back in the Renaissance time, women were told that their brains were too soft to have a powerful skull, that exercising our brains would shrink our ovaries. We're still coming back from that, and we're in an environment where we're desperately trying to dispel these stereotypes, to dispel the image that science and maths is more for boys than it is for girls. And these types of comments potentially harmless in terms of intent are actually really reinforcing these stereotypes that we're trying to get away from in terms of encouraging girls to go into science as a career.
We hear this a lot from scientists, you hear a lot in particular from female scientists, but the fact is that there is some reason to suppose that there is an advantage to being a man in certain subjects. There's reason to suppose that gender essentialism, biological determinism, whatever you want to call it, the fact that there are male brains and female brains, may indeed have some basis in science. Now, this is sort of thrown out of the window completely by feminists and female academics who just refuse to accept that there's any reason whatsoever why there might be a gender imbalance. Two things on that. One, actually the science is very much still out on that. And two, if you look at equality in society, if you look, for example, at Bangladesh versus Norway, what you notice is the number of women in science and technology subjects actually goes down as societies get more equal, because women simply don't make the same choices that female academics and feminists would like them to. Women actually don't want to go into the sciences on the whole, and when they have every option available to them, they tend to choose not to.
Milo takes on a feminist wokey on the topic of sexism in science, and absolutely owns her with facts and logic. Turns out, the numbers don't always align with the narrative.
As I understand it, your position is that, you know, it's really expensive, we shouldn't be spending all this money, and it's also none of our business, right? I disagree with that because, one, I think it's morally right, but also, even from a national interest standpoint, right? That money, you know, the Ukrainians have definitely done a lot, but that money has helped them embarrass Russia on a national stage, right? Like, before, we believed that they were a big power, and now that they've embarrassed themselves. And also, I think that Western solidarity is really important, right? I mean, like, especially with China eyeing Taiwan, we need to show them internationally that we're a solidified force. They can't just go and take it. We need to show that we can defend.
So we're spending trillions of dollars to embarrass Russia? That's like a little bit of embarrassment? Is that what we're trying to do? You think that we should be recycling millions of dollars and having millions of dollars disappear into thin air so that we can say, ooh, look, Vladimir Putin is embarrassed. And if by embarrassed you mean shaking hands with Xi Jinping, talking about how things are going to change and that the next 100 years are not going to look like the last 100 years, then you are not paying attention to what is going on. We have just pushed Vladimir Putin into the arms of China, right? One of our the greatest competitor that we possibly have is China. They're shaking hands. They're openly mocking the West. This has never happened before, right? They think the West is a joke, and why shouldn't they? Look at us. We're having debates about gender. We don't know what a woman is, okay? Hollywood, we think that it's cool to have Zelensky make attendances at the Grammys. It's a joke. It's a complete and utter joke. So no, first and foremost, we talked about national interest. National interest require that it was in our nation or it impacted us. It's not my effing business what happens in the Eastern Corridor while we have real Americans that are suffering today. And if you notice, it's been non-stop wars that we haven't lost. You want to talk about embarrassment? Try leaving billions of dollars.
Candace Owens schools a liberal wokey on the implications of sending billions to Ukraine, highlighting better uses of those funds.
Asking you a question, if you were the Prime Minister or in charge now, what do you think needs to be done to save the world? What would you do immediately?
All right, so I've already said we need to start telling the truth and have media that's not under the influence of billionaires.
I'm giving you the chance. You're not even answering the question.
Physically, what have we got to do to stop the world blowing up? Never mind the media.
All right.
The truth is that we're in a dire climate crisis.
So what are we going to do about that?
And we need to stop
oil
continuing business as usual with more and more fossil fuels.
You've got no idea, have you? You've come in here to try and get a bit of plugging for your movie, which is to promote Just Stop Oil, who are, let's face it, not really very popular
And you're annoying
anymore.
people destroying paintings. It doesn't help the cause.
And you've got no answer. So what do you want to do? Stop all cars and planes moving immediately? Because, quite frankly, apparently, that is going to ruin the world. You want to change the way people live, the way people eat? What do you want to do? I'm asking you. You're in power. You can do whatever you want. And I've given you the freedom of the media to say, this is what we should do. Say it.
The solution.
Right, so we need a world where people have enough to eat. If we continue down this path with carbon emissions,
you're doing it again.
We're going to destroy the living conditions we need
listen to me.
to be able
you're
to grow
not that
food.
stupid. Come on. I'm asking you, if you had the power to do something about it, what would you do? What do you want to see the government or governments around the world doing?
I want to see the truth about the climate crisis.
What is the truth about it? Tell me the truth.
The truth is that we're hurtling towards a world of 2-3 degrees warming, where there's going to be vast swathes of the planet.
Because unfortunately, the climate changes all the time.
Yeah, it was freezing last week, wasn't it?
I've watched your show before, and I know that you don't believe in man-made climate change, so I think...
I do. A wokey climate activist fumbles when asked about his plans for climate action if in power. For more wokey videos, click on the screen right now.